Hey, my friends, good morning. My name is Mr. Jim, and I work here at the Fayetteville Public Library, and I'm so glad that you joined us for Story Time today. This is Toddler Story Time. We are still bringing you live-streamed story times until we can have in-person story times here at the library. So thank you very much for tuning in and joining us today, whether you're watching live or later after this is a little bit recorded. We have just a couple of announcements for some upcoming library events before we get started with story time. My first announcement is that this Saturday continues our Super Saturday series. Every Saturday this month we're having a very special event here in the library that you can come wear a mask and join us for in the library. This Saturday is a Super Saturday Artsy Craftsy. We're going to have several Halloween themed crafts that you can come and make here at the library in our craft room in the preschool library. We would love to have you join us this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And then I also want to remind families of our 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten program. This is a program that you can sign up for with your little one. This helps your kid get ready to join kindergarten classes. Really encourages reading very early on, whether you're reading to them or they're reading to you. The goal is to get to 1,000 books before kindergarten. You can sign up today in the preschool library with a member of staff. We'll get you this pamphlet, some prizes along the way. This helps you track your reading, even if you're reading the same book 1,000 times to your kiddo. We would love for you to be a part of the 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten program. For more information, see our website, faylive.org, or come talk to us at the preschool desk. Okay, my friends, we're going to sing a good morning song, and then I'll tell you what we're going to talk about in story time today. We're going to sing one of my favorite good morning songs today. Can you put your hands up with me? We're going to sing Open, Shut Them. Can you wiggle your fingers? Can you open and shut your hands? Yeah, you're ready for this song. Here we go. It's one of my favorites. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them, put them in your lap, lap, lap. Now creep them, crawl them, crawl them, right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open up your little mouth, but do not let them in. Good job, my friends. Why don't we sing it one more time? Will you sing it again with me? Yeah, awesome. Hands up one more time. Here comes the song. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Now creep them, crawl them, crawl them. Right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open up your little mouth, but do not let them in. Oh, good job, my friends. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you very much for being silly with me this morning. Today, in Toddler Story Time, we're going to talk about something special that's happening outside right now. Do you know what season it is right now? What are the seasons? We have spring and summer and winter, and my favorite, which is happening right now, it's fall or autumn. Today in Toddler Story Time, we're going to talk about the changing season into fall or autumn. Autumn is when things start to get a little bit cooler. The wind starts to blow. The leaves start to change colors on the trees. Lots of things happen in the fall, and we're going to read some stories about the changing seasons into fall or autumn today. We're going to read some stories. We're going to sing some songs. We might learn some sign language today. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm glad you're a part of it today. Let's start with our first picture book. Our first picture book this morning is called Right Outside My Window. This book is by Mary Ann Haberman. We're going to read this book first, but there are 3 things that I like to do when we listen to a story. Maybe you know what those 3 things are. If you don't, the first thing that we do is we make sure we're sitting down on our bottoms to use our eyes to see the story. Thanks for sitting down with me today. The second thing we do is we put on our listening ears. Here are my ears. Where are your ears? Oh, there they are. Are they listening? Very good. And the third thing that we do is we catch a big bubble in our mouth and blow it out slow. Catch another big bubble and blow it out slow. That helps us turn our voices off. Our ears are on and listening, and we're sitting down to see the first story, Right Outside My Window. What do you see on the front of this book? There's a house with a big window, and if we looked outside of the window, we would see a big red sun and a bird's flying in front of the sun. And what's this? It's a big black cat. Lots of things we can see outside our window. I wonder if we'll see signs that the seasons are changing outside of our window. Let's find out in this story. Here it comes. There's a big blue bird. There's always something new to see right outside my window. This bird is in a branch right outside my window. There's another bird. Each day I wonder what will be right outside my window. What's outside my window now? It's that big black cat running underneath the branch. It's chasing a feather. In spring, the wind whips up a kite right outside my window. This is springtime. We already had springtime this year. There's a big blue stream, and that kite is flying in the wind. There goes the cat. Silver raindrops catch the light right outside my window. It rained a lot in the springtime. There goes our kite into the sky. There's a big night sky with a big orange moon. Lots of raindrops raining in the springtime, and big flowers too. Clouds sail in the summer sky right outside my window. We just finished up summertime too. Summer's when it's really hot outside. Lots of blue skies and clouds. A baby bird begins to fly right outside my window. Baby birds hatched in the spring and started to fly in the summer. Then they grow into big birds. Here's my favorite. This is our season right now, fall or autumn. Falling leaves drift to the ground right outside my window. In the fall, the leaves fall off of the trees. There's a big brown squirrel, and it's gathering acorns to store its food for the winter. A spider weaves her web around right outside my window. A spider in a spider web is kind of spooky, isn't it? It's like Halloween stuff. There's our fall spider and our fall spider web. It's going to catch the moth. Look out, moth. Now it's cold. After fall comes winter. Snowflakes tumble, soft and white, right outside my window. When it's winter, it can snow and we can build snowmen. The moon, here's the moon in the sky, and there's us looking out our window. The moon shines in to say good night right outside my window. Even when the seasons change, we can still see the moon outside at night. Summer, autumn, winter, spring, right outside my window. There were our springtime kites and birds, our summer blue skies and clouds, our fall or autumn black cats and spider webs, and our winter snow and snowmen. All those changing seasons. What brand new changes will they bring right outside my window? The changing seasons could bring us new plants or different bugs and animals that we see at different times of year. There's so many different things to see in the fall time. Look outside your window and tell me what you see. What do you see when you look outside your window? I see some flowers in our garden. I see some trees with leaves starting to change colors, and they're blowing in the wind too. Look outside your window and tell me what you see when you look out and see the fall changes. Fall changes outside. Guess what, my friends? We made it to the end of this story talking about all those changing seasons. Thank you very much for listening to this story. That's the end, so we'll say the end. The end. Good listening, my friends. Like I said, we're talking about fall and autumn. They're the same thing. In autumn, we see the leaves start to change colors. They were green for a long time, and now they're starting to fall off the trees, but before they fall off, they change colors. These leaves aren't green. I have all these leaves. Can you help me figure out what colors these leaves are? You will? Very good, thank you. What color is this leaf? This leaf is kind of orange, isn't it? I don't have any red leaves. I almost said it was red, but it's orange. Orange leaves are really pretty. We can see lots of orange leaves in the fall. What color is this one? This is a dark yellow, gold. I'm going to call this one a gold leaf. I really like gold leaves. Gold and orange leaves we can see in the fall. And then here's my bright yellow leaf. I have 2 bright yellow leaves. Lots of yellow and gold and orange leaves. We can also still see some green leaves or some brown leaves. And then when they get their colors changed on the tree and they can't hold any longer, then they'll fall off the tree. They're going to fall and tumble down into the ground. Then we can rake up piles of leaves and jump into them. That's a really fun thing to do. Have you ever jumped into a pile of leaves before? Leaves that change their colors are really crunchy too, so they'll crunch, crunch, crunch when you crunch them in your hand or stomp them with your feet. Crunch a leaf next time you see one on the sidewalk. We're going to sing a song about the leaves that change their colors. In this song, the leaves are going to fall. Can you make a falling leaf with your fingers? Leaves are falling, and they fall all the way to the ground, so point down to the ground. Leaves are falling to the ground. And then all the leaves are falling, so use all your fingers to make leaves fall. All the leaves are falling. And then use your feet and stomp on the ground. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Very good. Let's sing our falling leaves song together. I'm going to make one more leaf fall. Can you make your fingers fall just one hand? Here comes the song. Leaves are falling to the ground, to the ground. All the leaves are falling, all the leaves are falling. And now stomp with your feet. Crunch, 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 crunch. Good job, my friends. Let's sing that song again too. What do we do first? Just one hand. Leaves are falling to the ground, to the ground. All the leaves are falling, all the leaves are falling. And then our favorite part, crunch, 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 crunch. Crunch those leaves with your feet. Good job, my friends. Give yourself a round of applause. When the leaves get a little bit colder, they're going to start changing colors even more. It's really, really pretty in Fayetteville to look and see all the color changing leaves on the trees. And then they're all going to fall down on the ground and we can crunch them when we step on them. Keep an eye on those leaves for me, okay? I want to know when they're changing colors. I think we're ready for our next book. This book is all about fall and some of our favorite things to do in the fall. This book is called Who Loves the Fall? Do you love the fall? I really love the fall season, autumn season. We're going to talk about different people who love fall and all the things they do in the fall months. You could do some of these things too with an adult. This book is by Bob Raxa, so we're going to read it together. After we go through our checklist, can you sit down on your bottom with me one more time so we can use our eyes to see the story? Can you put those listening ears on again? Very good. And can you catch a bubble again? Oh. Very good. Catch one more bubble. We're ready for our next story. Who loves the fall? Here's a big forest full of orange and red leaves. These leaves have changed colors. They're not green anymore. There's a friend wearing a jacket and a backpack. And there's a squirrel. And the squirrel is gathering acorns in the tree for the cold months, so it has food to eat when it's cold outside. They're asking the question, who loves the fall? Who loves the fall? Let's see all the people who love the fall. Rakers and leapers. This person is raking up the leaves that fell off the trees, and these friends are jumping in those piles of leaves. Corn crop reapers. This machine gathers up all the food that grew out of the ground. It's reaping the crops, pulling them up and storing them so that the farmers can sell them or make them into food. And there's a scarecrow that scares the crows away from the food, but it's not doing a very good job of that, is it? Growers, pickers, and taffy lickers. This friend is growing apples in an orchard. These friends are picking the apples that grew off of the trees. And these friends are at a fall festival eating apples that were dipped in taffy. That sounds really good. Taffy apples. I see some pumpkins in the back too. Who else loves the fall? Quilters, choppers, and helicopters. Quilters are people who use needles and thread and big machines sometimes too to make quilts. Quilts are big, heavy blankets that are really warm when it's cold outside. Choppers, this friend is using an axe to chop wood so that we can make fires with firewood. And helicopters, we said helicopters, not like the machines, but because these leaves are falling off the trees and they're falling round and around like helicopter propellers. Can you twirl your finger around and around and around like a leaf? These friends are going to catch the falling leaves that are falling like helicopters. Who else loves the fall? Winged migrators, hibernators. These birds are flying south. Birds that fly south in the cold months are called migrators. Migration is when those birds fly away for a few months. Hibernators, like this bear. Bear's asleep in the cave. Bear takes a big, long nap. Can you pretend to be asleep like Bear? Bear's going to sleep for a really long time until it's warm outside again. That's called hibernation. Migration and hibernation. Who else loves the fall? These animals love the fall. Hooters. Hoot, hoot, hoo, hoo. What animal makes a hoot sound? It's the owl. Howlers. Ow! Who howls at the night sky? It's a wolf or a coyote. And loud meowers. Meow, 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 meow. What are these animals meowing at night? I see 1, 2, 3 black cats. Who else loves the fall? Bonfire builders and pie crust fillers. These friends are camping. I love to go camping when it's cold outside because we can make campfires. Maybe this is the same friend that chopped up the wood to make a fire. And you can roast marshmallows to make tasty s'mores. Yum, 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 yum. Speaking of yum, in the fall, we also make lots of pies. I see apple pies being made. They're rolling out the dough. They're making a pie crust and filling it with yummy apples and sugar and flour. Yum, yum, yum. I'm hungry now. Even former caterpillars love the fall. What are these bugs on these pages? These are butterflies. Butterflies turned from caterpillars into butterflies. So they're former caterpillars. After several months, they turn into butterflies and fly away. It's really pretty. Who else loves the fall? Pumpkin hunters. Have you ever gone to a pumpkin patch? Did you come to Miss Emily's pumpkin workshop here at the library? Lots of pumpkins you can find. If you pick the perfect pumpkin, you can make it into a pie. You can carve it into a jack-o'-lantern. There's lots of fun things to do with pumpkins. Who else loves the fall? Trickers and treaters. Have you ever gone trick-or-treating for Halloween? These friends are dressed in costume and they're trick-or-treating for candy. Yum, 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 yum. Halloween's coming up. Turkey eaters love the fall too because fall time is when we celebrate Thanksgiving. This family is all together and they're going to eat a turkey dinner for Thanksgiving. Yum, yum. Don't you love the fall? Lots of fun things happen in the fall. These friends are just lying on their backs enjoying a fall day with the leaves. What do you like to do in the fall? I like to do that too. I think my favorite thing is probably going to be outside. I just like to be outside when it's colder because I can walk around in my jacket and warm clothes. Guess what, my friends? These are all the people who love fall, and I'm glad that we like fall too. Thank you very much for reading this story and listening to it with me. That's the end, so we'll say the end. The end. Good listening, my friends. Who loves the fall? We love the fall. All my leaves fell on the ground. Next, we're going to learn some sign language. This is one of my favorite parts of story time. Today, we're going to learn 2 signs in sign language. Do you know what sign language is? Sign language is when we use our hands to say words instead of them coming out of our mouths. In today's story time, we're going to learn 2 words that are all about fall. We're going to learn to say the word fall or autumn in sign language, and we're going to learn to say the word for leaf in sign language. First, we're going to say fall. The first word is for autumn. To say autumn, stick your arm out like this. Can you stick your arm up in the air? Then take your other hand, make it flat, and brush your elbow. Brush, brush. This is the American Sign Language word for fall. Fall or autumn. Autumn. Good job. That's really easy, isn't it? Brush your elbow. Brush your elbow. Very good. The second word is the word for leaf. We see lots of leaves changing colors in the fall, so we're going to learn the word for leaf. Make a flat hand and put your finger at the bottom of it. This is like a leaf and its stem. Next, you're going to make that leaf wiggle back and forth, kind of down. Wiggle back down. Wiggle back down. It's like a falling leaf off the tree, isn't it? Leaf. Leaf. That's really easy, isn't it? You made your leaf with a stem, make it fall back and forth. Good job, my friends. We just learned 2 words in sign language. That first one, brush your elbow, autumn. Autumn. And the second word, leaf. Leaf. Good job, my friends. I'm so proud of you. You are so smart for learning those words with me. Be sure that you practice saying autumn and leaf so that you get really good at saying those words in sign language. Give yourself a round of applause. This is clapping in sign language. I'm really proud of you for learning those words with me today. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's sing another song together. This is going to be another fall song. I really like this one too. There are lots of things we can do in the fall, but what if we don't know what to do? We're going to sing a song about some things that are happening in the fall. And what do we do, my story time friends? The first thing that's happening is that the wind is blowing. When the wind is blowing all around us, sometimes we get cold. What can we do when we get cold when the wind is blowing? Let's think about that. All right, here comes the wind. Wind is blowing, what should I do? Wind is blowing, what should I do? Wind is blowing, what should I do? What should I do, my story time friends? What happens when I'm cold when the wind is blowing? What if I'm wearing a jacket and I'm still cold? I could zip my jacket up, then I'm nice and warm inside my zipped up jacket. Can you pretend to zip up a jacket? Zip my coat up. Can you zip your coat up? Good job. Zip, zip. Let's do that. Zip my coat up, that's what I'll do. Zip my coat up, that's what I'll do. Zip my coat up, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do, my story time friends. Good job. That's what we can do when the wind is blowing. When it's cold, we can zip our coats up and wear more clothes so we're not as cold anymore. Next, the leaves are falling. This is happening a lot today. The leaves are falling, my friends. Can you make those leaves fall again? Leaves are falling, what should I do? Leaves are falling, what should I do? Leaves are falling, what should I do? What should I do, my story time friends? When the leaves are all down on the ground, what can we do with them? We could make a big pile. Can you pile all the leaves up? And then we're going to jump right in. Jump, jump. We're going to make a big pile and jump right in. 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 That's what I'll do, my story time friends. Good job. Make a big pile of leaves. You can use a rake or you can push them all together and then you can jump in them. Sometimes it's a soft landing and it's a really crunchy landing too. Crunch, 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 crunch. Very good. There's one more thing that we're going to figure out together, and that's when Grandma is cooking lots of food. Ooh, that sounds really good. Does your grandma like to make, or a grandparent or an adult like to make lots of food in the fall months? Yeah. What do we do when they're cooking lots of food? What can we do with all that food? I wonder. Grandma's cooking, what should I do? Grandma's cooking, cooking, what should I do? Grandma's cooking, what should I do? What should I do, my story time friends? What are we going to do with all this food? Do you have any ideas? We could eat all the yummy food. That's a great idea. Let's eat all the yummy food. Eat up all the yummy food. Eat up all the yummy food. Eat up all the yummy food. That's what I'll do, my story time friends. And then we're going to have really full bellies and take a nap, right? Yeah, that's a great idea. Good job, my friends. Give yourself a round of applause. That was really fun, figuring out what to do when different things are happening in the fall. If you're never sure, ask an adult. They'll give you lots of help too. That was really fun. I think we have time for one more storybook. Do you want to read one more book with me, my friends? This is going to talk about a few things that we've talked about today. This book is called Autumn Walk. This friend is wearing some warm clothes, like a sweater and a hat, and they're going to go for a walk outside. This is a really pretty book. Let's go through our checklist one more time, and then we'll read our last story together. Can you sit down on your bottom one more time with me to use your eyes to see this story? Thank you very much. Can you put your listening ears back on one more time? Very good. And can you catch a bubble one more time? Very good. Our voices are off, our ears are on and listening, and we're sitting down one more time to see the last story, Autumn Walk. This book is by Anne Berg. Here comes our friend going for their walk. My sweater is buttoned. Button, 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 all down our sweater. Hat and boot laces are tied. Where do you wear your hat? On your head. Where do you wear your boots? On your feet. Hurry before the sun goes down. Let's take a walk outside. What season is it outside? Is it winter or spring or summer? No, this is fall. How do we know it's fall? I smell a whiff of apples and cinnamon toast, air that is corduroy cold. The street is ablaze in crimson and brown, and the sun shines pumpkin gold. This friend sees lots of trees with apples on them, leaves that changed colors, and the sun is really pretty at night too. And it's cold outside. Whirling and twirling, the leaves are calling, come play with us, come play. Laughing like clowns, spinning around, autumn is here, let's play. Those leaves are blowing all around our friend. It's like they want to play with the friend, and the friend wants to play with the leaves too. Fistful of red, arms full of gold, throw them up high and jump. Bunches of scrunches and crunches of color land in a crinkly lump. This friend grabbed up all the leaves, threw them up in the air. They fell back down. He made a big pile and jumped right in. Plump feathered birds search for scraps to pad their cozy nests. These birds are making big nests for the cold months. A fat-bellied spider under the pine cuddles and curls to rest. There's that big spider web we talked about earlier. Bushy-tailed squirrels scurry to find acorns and nuts to hide. They're gathering up their food for the cold months so that they have food to eat later in the year. The chill in the air shivers my bones. It's time to march inside. It's getting late, friend. It's time to go home. Crackle, rustle, crinkle, and crunch through the cozy, darkening day. It gets darker a little bit earlier in the cold months. Crackle, rustle, crinkle, and crunch. Autumn is here. What's this they found? It's a pumpkin, and the pumpkin has a face carved into it, and that face says, hooray! Hooray, autumn is here. This friend is very happy that autumn is here. So am I, and I hope you are too. Guess what, my friends? That's the end of our last story, so we'll say the end one more time. Great listening, my friends. That's all my stories for the day. Thank you very, very much for listening and talking about autumn and fall. I can't wait to see the leaves change even more colors soon. I hope you'll keep an eye out your window for those changes to come too. Then go take a walk outside. Put your jackets on when it's even colder. Go take a walk and then come see me and tell me what you saw in the fall months. I would love that. Come see us at the library sometime. We have lots of new things to see if you've not yet seen the expansion. Don't forget about our Super Saturday, Artsy Craftsy this Saturday at 10 a.m. and come sign up for 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten if you've not yet done so. If you are in the program, I hope you're still reading and logging those books. Come see us when you're ready for a prize too. Friends, let's sing a goodbye song and then I'll see you next time. Miss Sarah will be here for story time next Thursday and then I will see you the following week. Can we sing a song that says goodbye different ways? Can you say goodbye? Can you say see you soon? See you soon on another day. Let's sing our goodbye song. Goodbye, goodbye, we'll see you soon. See you soon. See you soon. Goodbye, goodbye, we'll see you soon on another day. Good job. Let's sing it one more time. Goodbye, goodbye, we'll see you soon. See you soon. See you soon. Goodbye, goodbye, we'll see you soon on another day. Good job, my friends. I had so much fun with you in story time today. Don't forget, you made today a special day just by being you. I'll see you next time, my friends. Have a great day. Happy fall. Bye.